my name is Carl, and this is my Espresso cube roller preset. So this is what you get when you bring it in, and if you grab the middle handle and drag it on the x-axis, it's going to roll the cube for you. So it automatically handles all of your rotations and the pivot changes, and then all you have to do is slide it. So you get a couple of options with it. If you click on either the cube roller in the objects list, or you can click on this base handle in the scene. You can change the cube size. The reason we get those rotation changes is because the rotations are based on the distance of the handle from the base. So the further away it is, the more rotations it would have to do to get to that point. You can also change your fillet, and the preset will still calculate the rotations around the curvature of the fillet edge. So if I just make this larger, you can see the cube or curved edge is still sticking to the ground and moving the right distance. We've also got this offset rotation. It will let you change the amount of rotation in the current position. The slider will let you do one full revolution, but you can take it higher if you need to. So this will be useful when, say, you've got a couple of cubes lined up next to each other, and you don't want them to look like they're synchronized and rolling in exactly the same way. So if you offset one of the rotations, it just kind of breaks it up a bit. You can use the base controller handle to position the cube wherever you want in the scene. So you can use your regular translation tools and rotations, and then the cube will slide in the new direction. So it's basically parented to that base handle. So I just want to show throwing the cube roller into a cloner object. I'm going to start with some animation. If you want the cube to roll into a final rest position and you want it to be square with the ground, then the best thing to do is start with the cube rolled away, add a keyframe, then down the timeline, 0 that keyframe, and then you know it's going to roll into final position and you know it's square. So for us to then throw this into a cloner, this is where it helps to know what size the cube is. So I'll just click on the cube roller. It's currently 250. Oh no, 250. So I'm just going to change the offset by a small amount. So you can see they're rolling behind each other. But because they're so close, they're touching. So what I'd want to do is add either a step effector or a random effector. If I just try a step, you can see it changes positions and scales fine. But if I was to use the time offset, it only actually affects the translate handle. And the reason for that is because the Espresso is not updating properly with the effector. The Espresso seems to be executed beforehand. So the way to get around that is pull the animation out of the cloner, clean that up. So I've just got the cube rolling into a 0 position. And I'm going to save that out as just a single file. and then in a new scene I'm going to bring in an XREF and take that animation that I just saved, which is there, but you need to take the animation as well, so grab that, and now the cube should be rolling. Now if I throw that into a cloner, I'm going to get the same thing at the moment, so they're trailing behind. But now I can add a step effector properly with the time offset, and it's going to delay the rolling. So now I can make sure my cubes don't overlap, but they still all come to rest together. So as a little bonus effect for this, it's also going to let you roll a complete sphere. If I crank up the fillet edge to 100%, it's going to completely remove the flat edge between the curved edges. But the problem with that is because there's still going to be 2 points down this edge here, you're going to get a hard edge in your render. I'm still new to cinema, so I'm not sure how to get rid of that on one of these parametric objects. So the way I would do it is if you throw in a sphere and make sure the radius matches your cube size. So on the cube I've got 250. So radius 125. Parent that to your cube. 0 the translation. And if you hide the cube but force the sphere to show and then render it, you're going to get the completely smooth sphere. So now if I roll that, I can roll the ball.